Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video and on my channel. I hope you guys will subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, or if you're not following me already. I post a lot of tutorials, a lot of makeup, and vlogs on weekends, so hopefully you'll stick around. I thought to take some inspiration from the 80s, especially when I'm doing makeup on clients. Their greatest fear is to have like a teal eye and a bright lip. I don't think that's the worst look ever. So I thought I would just kind of like play on that and do my take on what I would do and how I'd wear it. Obviously it's very bright, it's a lot of color, but I think there's definitely a way to make it wearable. So hopefully you guys take some tips and tricks from at least, if not the whole look, maybe some tips from the eyes or some cues from the lips or the cheeks, whatever the case is. Hopefully you love it, and I'll show you how to do it. Starting off with my primer, I'm going to be using the Lush Magical Maringa. It has a very interesting formula, so you have to really melt it into your face, which is why I'm pushing so hard. And then for my foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, as well as the MAC Face and Body. I was just curious about this mixture. Honestly, it wasn't my favorite, but it's just fun to kind of mix foundations and see what you come up with, because you never know that one will be like the perfect mixture. This one was, it wasn't my favorite. And because I'm lazy, I was just using this LA Pro Conceal for my eyes. And I'm just setting that because my eyes are very oily. I have to set that with a powder. I don't normally do this on a day-to-day. If I really do need to wear this makeup out, I'm mostly just doing this for a tutorial sake. I'm starting off with the color that every bride fears. This awesome teal shimmery color. You can honestly get this color from anywhere. Almost every brand sells a color like this. Even like at the 99-cent store. Like, this color is so typical and so dupeable, it's not even funny. But what I'm doing is I'm kind of laying that onto my lid, and I'm making sure that I kind of spread it, and then I'm buffing away the very edge, but I'm also buffing it away with some bronzer. And then I'm using my face powder just to kind of go on the brow bone, just to kind of finish the eyeshadow. To kind of ground the look, I'm using this NYC liquid liner, and I'm creating a medium-sized wing, nothing super dramatic, but this really depends on your taste. So if you like a long wing or a very thick wing, then do that. I'm just trying to make best just to get them even. So whatever ends up happening is what I'm happy with, like most girls. And then quickly, I'm filling my brows with the NYX pencil. This is in the color Ash Brown. It's a really great color. I can't seem to get away from this brow pencil. The next thing that I'm doing on my eyes is lining my waterline. I really do like this gel cream type liner from Rimmel. It's a really, really good one. It's super comfortable on my waterline. So I'm using that with a very tiny brush. You can also tightline. I just didn't. And to prepare your eyes for lashes, you want to make sure that you curl them. Be super sure that you coat your lashes with a mascara. This is a regular mascara, it's not waterproof, but because some of that teal eyeshadow falls on the lashes, you really want to make sure that they're as covered as possible. Then I'm using these regular old, kind of dingy actually used, Demi Wispies from Ardell. They're really, really great, and they're super comfortable on the lid, but they also have a nice kind of flare to the end, so it does accentuate that wing liner. So this is where you can go back in your wing liner and add some more length, I should say. So now I'm using the LA Girl concealer. This is in the color Beige. Yeah, Beige. And I'm highlighting my under eyes. To keep the under eye bright, I'm using the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm using the same damp sponge that I used to blend my concealer to place the product. I don't have very dry under eyes, but I don't like to keep this underneath the eyes too long, so I always buff it out like within 30 seconds. I don't really take that long to bake or anything like that, because it just doesn't look great with my under eyes. Now I'm using the color Carbon by MAC. This is just any matte, like black color. It really doesn't matter, but I just wanted to smoke out the bottom without making it look like a ton of transitions. I kind of wanted it to look dramatic and just black. So I'm just using that push the product away and around and smudgy all of my bottom lash line, as well as adding a coat of mascara to the bottoms. Using this NYX matte bronzer, I'm using that to add some dimension back to my face. This has a little bit of like a reddish tone underneath, and it looks great for really deep and very tan skin. So I could only break this out every once in a while, but it did look like almost like a blush, which is kind of nice. And I'm adding a little bit to my nose because it wasn't so warm where it looks like it's blush on my nose. But now I'm adding blush. So this is the Laura Geller. This color in particular I really do like because it adds almost like a dusty rose onto my cheeks, but it doesn't look ashy because it has that glow that's built into it, and it's in like the swirl of it. It reminds me of the MAC Mineralized blushes. So that's like super pretty, but I wanted to make sure that my cheekbones were nice and cut. I didn't want to add more bronzer just to bring too much darkness back into my face. I wanted to kind of add some highlight. So I'm just using that to carve out the very edge. And then I'm taking the Bobbi Brown Brick. This is in the color Apricot. I'm pretty sure it's apricot. And I'm putting that on the high points of my cheeks. It's a really great color. It definitely adds warmth and like gold to the skin, but it's also very bright, so it's pretty dramatic. And just don't forget to dust away all of that product underneath. You're going to see a very stark line, so if you ever need to go back and if it's too dramatic or it's too much of a line, always go back with your blush or your bronzer and kind of fix that. Now I'm using this Awesome Motives lip kind of liquid stick, liquid lipstick, and I just thought this would be fun. It very much reminded me of like the 80s, and I thought like, you know what? I didn't get to grow up wearing makeup in the 80s, so why not do it now? Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to be putting all of my links to how to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter on here. I'll see you guys later. Bye!